guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the perfect palette tag, and I'm doing a tag video today because, as you can tell, I'm in a new location. I'm actually filming my first video in my beauty room, and I normally film upstairs in my house in like my sitting room type of area, and I filmed there because I have really good lighting in there, but it was getting to be a little bit of a hassle having to put my makeup in a basket, take it up there, bring it back down, and it was making my makeup collection super unorganized because I was just always carrying it upstairs and stuff. So I thought I would start working with my lighting in here and try to be able to film in my beauty room. And I am in front of a window, but it's actually nighttime right now, so I guess that's not helping me out any. So all the lighting that you're seeing right now, it's artificial light. So I'm just kind of trying to work with that because I have a lot of trees outside this window and I don't get the best daylight from it anyway. It's just kind of like patchy and stuff. So I'm trying to get my lighting to where I can film in here. So I thought a tag video would be good to do before I go ahead and start doing makeup tutorials again, so that we can make sure that the lighting is fixed. And also, I'm just really casual today, wearing my Simply Southern t-shirt. I've just been sitting around the house and stuff today, messing with this lighting and my setup in here. So I thought I would just do a casual video for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get started. The perfect palette tag is basically just me talking about my different eyeshadow palettes, like my favorite, my least favorite, and some other little cute categories that go along with that. So the first category is the best packaging, and I have two palettes for this because some of these I have more than one because I just couldn't narrow it down. But the first category is best packaging, and this one is actually, I'm going to break best packaging down into two categories: cutest packaging and most efficient packaging. So the cutest packaging for me is my Too Faced Everything Nice palette. This incorporates two of my favorite colors, which is pink and gold. And if you can see that, it's just got a really pretty design on the front with some gold on it. And then you open it up, and the inside is all a metallic gold with really pretty eyeshadows. And you've got two blushes, bronzer, highlight. I just think that this one is definitely the winner for the cutest palette, but I don't think that that is the most efficient packaging that I have. So for that, I would say packaging wise is my Naked 3. The reason I would say that the Naked 3 is one of the best packaging for me is because it's got this really hard tin can packaging, and the main thing is this latch. It's super hard to get open, and I think having that there so that you don't like accidentally open it was such a good packaging idea, because like I said with my Too Faced chocolate bar, I accidentally opened it and stuck my finger right in one of the eyeshadows. And if it would have had a good latch on it like this, when I picked it up, it wouldn't have done that. So I just think that's a good packaging thing on Urban Decay's part. The next category is the palette with the best color payoff, and for me that is definitely my Naked Pro, and I just got this recently, but I've been using the heck out of it, and I've used I think every color in it so far, and they are all gorgeous and just super pigmented. I'm going to go ahead and put a clip right here of me swatching those so that I don't have to take the time to do it right now, but like if you swatch a super shimmery one and a matte one, they feel exactly the same. They both feel like butter. Neither of them feel flaky. A lot of times matte shadows will be like chalky and powdery, and your really super shimmery ones will be gritty, but they all feel exactly the same, and they're just really good color payoff. The next category is your best palette for travel, and for this category I have three because I just couldn't narrow it down, and it's three of my favorite small palettes. The first one is the Kat Von D True Romance eyeshadow palette in the shade, I think it's pronounced Ludwig. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I actually got this at my Marshalls. If you'll keep an eye out at Marshalls and TJ Maxx, they always have Kat Von D stuff. Seems like that every time I'm there. But this is just a good palette because it is all neutral, but you do have a little bit of green down here, so you can kind of mix it up. And you have your darker browns and things like that, but you also have these really light colors if you want to do just a really simple light look. And then the second palette for travel, this was a limited edition palette for Ulta. It was the Lorac Champagne palette. It was limited edition on Cyber Monday. And for me, this is really my everyday kind of eye look because I have very deep set eyes, so lighter eyeshadows just suit me better. These are all good quality. They are Lorac. I don't think they're as good quality as my Lorac Pro. They're not as pigmented as it, but they are really good quality, and I like that one if I know I'm just going to want to do a really simple look. And then my last one is my Lorac Pro Mini, which is just the little baby of this palette, and it has 3 of the colors that's in this palette, and I think they chose 3 perfect colors for this because you can get such a super natural and easy, just really easy to do look with this. You have nude, pewter, and espresso. You could do a highlight color, a crease color, and then darken it up, or a highlight color, lid color. I mean, you could just do a lot of combinations, but it always looks really natural, and these are super easy to blend because they're the same quality as that Lorac Pro palette. The next category is the palette that you regret purchasing. And really, I don't regret any of these palettes because there's colors in all of them that I like. But if I had to pick something that I kind of regret purchasing, and I just wouldn't buy it again if I had the chance. This is a palette from Walmart. It's the Hard Candy palette and birthday suit. It's all matte shades. Well, I can't open it. But they're just not the best. I mean, like, they're good quality. If you don't have a lot of eyeshadows, I really think you would enjoy this palette. But I just tend to reach for some of my other palettes over this one. And like I said, if I had the chance, I probably wouldn't buy that one again. But if you are looking to get into some matte eyeshadow palettes, this one might be a good option for you. The next category is the best color names, and I have a few palettes that have super cute color names, so this one was kind of like, I don't know which one to pick, but then I thought about it, and really my favorite color names out of any of them come from my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar because everything in this sounds delicious. I don't know, I just think that everything in here has a really cute name, and they're all like chocolate and sweets, candies type of names to go with the palette's theme. You've got like coconut cream, nougat, truffled hot fudge, pudding, peanut butter, frosting, caramel, bonbon. I don't know. I just think all those are really cute, and this is actually just one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in general. So that is my favorite color names. The next category is your least used palette. And when I talk about this, I don't know that many people will know what I'm talking about because I'm not really sure that this is even a makeup brand anymore. I've not really seen anything from them. Ellen Blair Fowler released their makeup line Skylark. I really wanted this Skylark eyeshadow palette. I did use this a lot actually when I first got it because it was the only high-end makeup that I had at all. This was my first high-end palette ever. And you can see I even hit pan on this like light cream color here because these are actually good quality. But the reason that I don't reach for these is because all the colors in this I have in other palettes that I just lean more towards using those. And I just haven't used this one in a while. I'd say I've not used it in about 2 years. So as of right now, that's definitely my least used palette. Next we have most versatile eyeshadow palette, and really I did not know what I was going to pick for this because all my palettes are pretty neutral. I don't go towards a lot of bright colors, and I'm trying to work on that. I really have my eye on some brighter eyeshadow palettes lately that I want to incorporate for spring, but all in all I basically have neutral eyeshadow palettes. But then I realized that this palette was probably a really good option for the most versatile. This is a BH Cosmetics 88 pan palette. And this is the, I'm pretty sure, I never know the name of this. I think it's a neutral, warm, something like that. I think it's a neutral palette. But basically, you have browns, you have purples, you have greens and blues, you have your lighter colors, your darker colors, some golds and bronzes. I mean, it's all neutrals, but it really is versatile because you can get any kind of neutral look that you want with this palette. Plus, they're very good quality for how much you pay for it. It's pretty inexpensive. So, that is definitely the most versatile palette that I have. The next category is if you could only take one palette to a desert island, which one would you pick? And I don't know. I don't think if I was on a desert island, I would be really concerned about having an eyeshadow palette. This is a repeat, but this is my Too Faced Everything Nice. And I have really good reasoning behind why I would take this one. It has all of your eyeshadows that you could possibly need. Then it has 2 blushes, so you've got a little bit of selection there. It has a bronzer and a highlight, and it comes with some brushes. So I could put all the brushes back in here that it came with. And then you really could do your whole face with this easily. I mean, it has everything you would need. So I thought that would be a good option for a desert island. And then the last category is your most used palette. And for this category, I didn't think I was going to actually pick a high-end palette because I use a lot of drugstore makeup, and for some reason I just kind of gravitate towards my drugstore quads and stuff unless I'm doing a video or going somewhere that I really want my makeup to look awesome. So I have 2 things for this. I have one drugstore and one high-end, and I would say this one is technically my most used eyeshadow ever. And this is my Physicians Formula Quad in Classic Nudes. and this is just an all matte quad. I would say these are one step down from the quality of the Lorac Pro eyeshadows. They're very, very good for the price that you pay. The reason that these are probably my most used is because I will go in and use transition color and a highlight from this palette, and then I'll pull in a color from another palette. It's just a really good base palette, and I will use it by itself too, but that seems to be how I like to use it most, is just I will use this and then bring in some colors from elsewhere because I like those warm colors on me. And then my other most used palette is going to be a high-end one, and that's my Naked 1. And I definitely use it more in comparison to the Naked 3. I don't have the Naked 2 palette because it's very gray toned and those just don't really look good on me. But I do reach for my Naked 1 palette just as much as any of these, I feel like, because it has such a good variety of neutral shades, but you have some different ones. You have your warm browns, which are my favorite, obviously, and then you have some lighter colors. You have good transition colors. You have this slate gray if you want to mix it up and do a cool tone eye look, and then you have your good black. So really, I would say this is a versatile palette as well, but this is one of those palettes that if I don't feel like fussing with my makeup that day, that I'll just tend to reach for this one. Okay, so that's everything for my perfect palette tag. Please tell me down below what you guys think about the lighting in this video and my background. Do you like this just as well as where I was filming, or do you prefer where I was filming, like upstairs? I really want to get it to where I can film down here because I really like filming in my beauty room where all my makeup is, and I can just whip around and grab something if I need to instead of having to come all the way downstairs. And I just think it would be more convenient, so I'm really going to try to work with the lighting if it's not so great in this video. I have filmed this video. This makes the third time, so let's keep our fingers crossed that third time is the charm and the lighting is good enough that I can post this for you guys. I really want to film here, so I'm really going to try to work with that and get it to be as good as it was upstairs. But since this is a tag video, I'm going to go ahead and tag a few of my friends here on YouTube. The first person that I want to tag is Michelle Suda. She just started her beauty channel here recently, and I'll link her down below. Go give her some love. She's really sweet, and I'm going to be doing a collab video with her really soon, so that's going to be exciting. And I'm also tagging my neighbor and friend Chelsey. Her YouTube channel is Twinklee Pink, and I'll link her down below as well. And the last person that I'm going to tag, I don't really know super well, but we kind of started YouTube around the same time. She has around the same number of subscribers as I do, and she's super gorgeous, and she always comments on my videos and seems like such a sweet person. So that's Claudia Gaby. I'm going to link all three of their channels down below, so go comment on one of their videos and tell them that Makeup by Caitlin McHale sent you and that I tagged them in this video, so maybe they'll do this tag for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.